We are digging deeper tonight on a story that we broke here on the night team last night. I know a lot of you have been talking about it. We wanted to know how a Providence woman may have been allowed to leave a hospital in the middle of a recent snowstorm. No coat, no shoes. The night team's Matt Reed talked with a local college professor tonight about it, and he's live in the newsroom with more on this. Matt?
Dan, we spoke with a professor of ethics and asked him what our local hospitals are, what the responsibilities are for dealing with patients, and asked if Fatima Hospital acted ethically. Last Monday, Gina Marfeo was at Fatima Hospital getting treatment. Around 2 a.m., she left the hospital in a cab. Marfeo's family says by the end of her journey, she was crawling through the snow to her front door. Hours later, Marfeo had a heart attack, and now she's back at Fatima, fighting for her life. So we reached out to URI ethics professor Dr. David Prentice about whether the hospital should have stopped Marfeo from leaving.
You make judgment calls. You have to decide when to draw the line, and for a lot of people that's intimidating.
Dr. Prentice says that ultimately it comes down to what the patient wants, but only if the patient is competent to make that decision, and even then it's not an absolute.
So if there's a very serious risk, and you can say competent schmompetence, you know, she cannot responsibly make this decision.
Marfeo's sister, Annette Baraducci, believes given her sister's history of medical issues, there was no way Marfeo could have been competent to make a decision to discharge herself.
And while she's telling you she's discharging herself, she's telling you, by the way, I want to go out in the blizzard with no shoes and no coat.
Right now, we only have the family side of the story. Fatima is unable to talk about the specifics because of HIPAA rules, but an email sent to NBC 10 today said in this case, patient was able to make her own decision. But Dr. Prentice says something just doesn't add up.
Out on the street, or even if it's only a driveway, in a snowstorm with that cold, with no coat and no shoes, there's something very wrong with this picture.
Now, Dr. Prentice says he tells his students that when making tough decisions like this, it's better to be on the side of being too cautious rather than not cautious enough. Reporting live in the newsroom, Matt Reed, NBC 10 News Night Team.